What's good, YouTube? This your boy, The Wave. Coming to you tonight. I just picked up this today. This is the Nubia Alpha. Finally got my hands on one. Wanted to check it out for myself. Start off with this. What comes in the box. This is the top of it with the A symbol. Nothing really on the sides. In the back, it just tells you certain features of it. I have the Bluetooth version. Here's the watch itself. After playing with it for about 24 hours, it's okay. If you're looking for a smartwatch to basically answer calls and get notifications, and one that looks futuristic, this is pretty much a smartwatch for you. If you're looking for something with more features, this is currently not it, as the features are just very limited, and even the Bluetooth version doesn't come with the Chinese apps that the eSIM version comes with, which I think is only sold in China right now. I did pick this up from the Nubia store, or Nubia Mall. I want to say store though. The one that's affiliated with Red Magic. Shipping was like complicated. I picked priority shipping, try to get as fast as I could. There was a problem with my address, but it ended up getting resolved, and actually wasn't that big of a deal. The only thing I could tell you is if you order from this site, make sure all your information is right, especially the address. Other than that, they were pretty good with about helping me track my package, make sure I got it and everything. So shout outs to Nubia for that. I gave them a hard time this week, but they did come through. Let's see. So in the package you get the charging cradle. It's a 4-pin cradle. You can't see because the light is too bright. Yeah, there you go, right there. 4-pin charger, but you can't buy this separately. So if at all costs, I advise you to hang on to this one. I've seen YouTube videos where they've made their own wearable chargers, which I'm going to attempt to one day just to make an extra, just to see how it goes. But all costs, don't lose this. You cannot order another one from Nubia. You will probably have to go through a third-party site to try to find it. And as hard as this product is to get as is, and it's not being sold directly through stores in the States, just pretty much on Nubia's website, you're not going to get a lot of help here. So what I plan on doing, I have a watch stand that I plan on actually permanently gluing or mounting this to that, so just so that I won't lose this one piece, at least until I find another. Let's see, it comes with 2 boxes in the box. This one is what the charging cradle came in, and I think the micro USB cable is in there also, as you can see. Let's see. It uses a micro USB. So the second box just contains like the cable and I think the power, uh, the thing that plugs into the wall. But I didn't use any of those because I have plenty of those around. I don't have it in here. It's in my room, but it did come with like this little watch stand, I guess, that you can use for a stand. It's pretty cool. I like the whole setup that Nubia did with this box. This is like a very premium product. It's just not ready for the masses. My thing is, if you're a geek, you want something futuristic. I mean, Power Rangers, probably iRobot, wherever you've seen any kind of risk communicator, Star Trek, whatever. This pretty much will fill that itch of your sci-fi geeky side. But as far as in functionality, like I said, this is pretty much limited right now until they update their OS. Right now, the only apps I'm finding useful right now are the call, the messages, and all the other tools as far as in stopwatch, timer, stuff like that. No internet, no maps on this version. No Snapchat, no Facebook, no of the normal Google apps. They have their own OS, so you have to use their apps that they're developing. Like I say, hopefully it'll come up with an update pretty soon. It's pretty much why I bought into this so soon, even though for the faint at heart, I would suggest you probably wait till the second generation. But if you're willing to take the chance, just know that this is a Chinese made product, not sold here. They don't have any service centers here. If anything goes wrong, you have to send it back to Nubia itself, which could be a pain in the butt. So I'm kind of babying mine, probably gonna keep babying it. From what I do see, the one thing that I don't like so far, even scratching my fingernail across the beautiful metal body, it's very, very scratch prone. I don't think I have any yet, but I've seen some other people's and it's, yeah, pretty scratched up. And then I kind of was trying to take out the links today and I noticed I was scratching the back and I was basically doing that with my fingernail. So it's easily scratchable. But as far as in the quality, I mean, it's top notch, man. I can't even, it's like I said, to be honest, I bought the phone. I bought the watch, not phone, mainly for its looks. I mean, the whole sci-fi thing is just my thing, so that's why I mainly bought it. Let's see. You got standard call, camera. I don't want to look at that. A lot of reviewers looked at that, and this is a watch, so I'll never use that. I know it's going to be a poor camera. You got gallery where you can see all your multimedia stuff, messages. You got all your fitness stuff here. What's the heart rate monitor? Then you got some more basic apps. One of my favorite ones is Marquee by so far, which just lets you create a custom message to run across the screen and in a black background. I'll show you guys that right now. See, you can have it saying whatever you want. You can also tap it to change the orientation. I love that. I'm sorry, I just love little stuff like that. That's like one of the coolest features. Like I say, normal stuff, wireless display sound. health settings, gestures. It has alpha gestures, which is basically this is a uh, IR sensor. You can turn it on, and let's see if we can get this to work. It's iffy, it's gimmicky, but it does work though. Most of the time. Okay, let's turn those off because I do not like the gestures. Not a big fan of that. That's like one of the last gimmicks that will just interest me. I never liked them on phones, so I definitely don't like them on a watch. Um, yeah, so far I've owned it for a day. Um, I never thought I would hate a product that I couldn't get much use out of. I mean, I'm sorry, I would think I would never love a product that I couldn't get as much functionality as some other camera smartwatches or whatever you want to call it have. Some other wearables have. I mean, because I just came from the Limpo T, which is one of those big old square Chinese branded smartwatches, which actually had a SIM that you could put in. Had almost a 3-inch screen. It was great, but it was way more buggy than this one is. Don't get me wrong. This is like bare bones software on this thing. But that one had all the software, but it was so buggy and so laggy. It was just, and the things you think you would want to do on the screen, as far as search the internet, look up maps, you really realize, especially for older people, with our eyesight probably diminishing over time, it's not the best thing to do any of those things on. So having that smartwatch kind of made me realize that I wanted a smartwatch. I wanted a nice looking one, but I only wanted to do certain features because pretty much anything big, I mean, I could do it on my phone. So, things I don't like so far, like I said, the limited apps, limited support. It's gonna be one of those things that you have to baby unless you got a way to get it over to China quick and back to get it repaired if something happens. I don't like the fact that the software is still like in its alpha, hence its name, alpha. It still feels sluggish, slow. Um, yeah, the one thing I could, the other gripe I can say is that the Bluetooth connection, for some reason, and I think a lot of other reviewers had this problem too, the Bluetooth connection breaks like really, really easy. I've had to pair this thing like 5 times today when I first got it. So, yeah, be wary of that. Like I said, it is an alpha product. One thing I could say is, like I said, if you're that tech guy, you had to have that communicator wrist type thing. This is it. Hopefully this gets better, and which is one reason why I bought into it early. I just see it getting better. I don't see it getting worse. So, hey, let's hope and pray they do update it and we get some more functionality and they take care of that Bluetooth issue. But other than that, feel free to comment below. That was just a little quick review. I'll probably do another one maybe after about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month after owning it. See if I get any scratches or scuffs or break it or anything goes wrong. But any questions, drop a comment below. Like I said, so far, I have a product that's not completely useless, but when it comes to my tech, it is one of the lowest having feature device that I have. I mean, everything else, I bought Chinese brands and American brands, but like I say, everything else that I pretty much at least works, at least has more functions than this. But like I said, hopefully it gets better. Oh, another thing, here's another thing I like about this thing. So to adjust it, you just press those little tabs down, take out the links, which is like freaking excellent. I think it's so much innovation on this watch alone besides the watch itself, like the butterfly hinge. This kind of was on the Samsung Gear. I had a strap sort of like this. I loved that watch. I still do. I love that watch. I fell in love with that watch for that reason, because I had the original clasp, which was like top of the line, best fastener I ever seen before I seen this one. So this is my new number one. I love this butterfly hinge thing. The Gear has got to be number two, because it's like only the few ones that I know that have a band like that. Loving the all metal band. Like I said, it was easy to adjust once I got it down. You just kind of get that part down, because it was a little hard at first. But yep, that's my review. Like I said, if you got any comments, questions, anything you want to know that I can answer so far, hit me up. This has been the Nubia Alpha. This is me, The Wave, signing off.